This is the AM News. Let's start from our election headquarters, which is brought to you in association with Petrosol Platinum Energy, Energizing Dreams, Chopbox Technologies, a convenient service, German Ozone Alternative Therapy, Dental Wellness and Beauty, CIMA, the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, and AICPA, and together as the Association of International Certified Professional Accountants, Youth Bridge Foundation, Bridging Gaps for Positive Youth Development, Syntex Tanks, a strong, a tough. Potential Real Estate, your trusted partner in real estate, Deluxe Paint, Paints Mood Champion. Now this morning, the NPP presidential candidate Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has unveiled plans to position Ghana as a leading medical tourism destination in West Africa. Speaking in the Kumewu constituency, he outlined his vision for a modern, well-equipped healthcare system, including state-of-the-art hospital facilities to attract global visitors. His remarks followed a request from Kumehuyene Berima Safo Chunebo Akodua. There's more in this report.
And I will be expert in all of these hospitals. I want to equip all the hospitals here with all these first-class machinery, MRI, CT scan. Ghana, with our Agenda 111, no, you be a medical tourist destination in the sub-region. You first-class machinery. Nipa be free for medical tourism. So it's very important. Me was in Shishena be person mediba Ghana ha. And dear Adawa Koma Sopa a nursing training college. What kind of so? The idea Miss me person. And EGSM, the nursing training college has been approved for Kumewu. It has been approved. And the Ebeshias here and Sikano so ewo the cost of him. Ewano approve Sikano ewo. So it is going to be done. As for the accreditation, Nadia. And any problem. And if I my instruction na umwaye na huejuma na umwamamo accreditation no it will not be any problem. Yamiadum.
The Central Region has often served as a decisive bellwether in presidential elections. As the December polls draw close, most political actors have started crisscrossing one another to win the region's heart, which is consistently aligned with the winning presidential candidate. The latest to send his campaign to the area is independent candidate Nana Kwame Bediako, who is urging the region to break the duopoly of the NDC and the NPP. There is more in the following report by Central Regional correspondent Eric Asante.
Nana Kwame Bediako was welcomed by teeming crowds, predominantly market women, eager to hear his vision for the country when he visited the Kaswa market in the Wutu Senior East constituency. He criticized assertive government for failing to industrialize the nation, lamenting the collapse of factories established during Kwame Nkrumah's era. The independent candidate urged the people of Kaswa to vote for change, rejecting the dominance of the two main political parties.
Adia Kwame Nkrumah bia cry mfidie adwuma oma crossing nyina enti ye before the ya na ho abro enti na me say come 7th of December this man standing in front of you I came with 12 pillars and I am number 12 on the ballot and I have 12 ministers and on the 12th month of this year let's come together mumayen tuomo Mrs.
The tour by the new force made its way to Swedro in the Aguna West constituency, where in his address, Nana Kwame Bediako urged the people of Swedro to remember him not for his t-shirts, but for his vision for the country.
Parties now, Jimo Masum to free Mohano. Parties now, Jimo economists are free Mohano. Those leaders are not leaders out of this 276 town. I had to stop here. Now it's a semi-general. Now I'm semi-free here. And your t-shirt I'm the man I've been Nemum, Obekai Sabagrubi, Abahano, or Kachra say. Use your thumb. Falco Mochino, Mumpan decided BP. Namopati Sakrono. You will remember this moment. Say, Miana Mebana, Miame Kachra.
In the Futu constituency, Nana Kwame Bediako also addressed enthusiastic crowd in Winneba, where he passionately highlighted the lack of jobs in a region known for hosting Ghana's top academic institutions.
Listen, they have not only lied to us, but they've lied to a nation. They've lied to a country. They have disappointed us. They have made us waste our time in institutions, in organizations. We have spent decades, but they don't have any jobs for us. They don't have any future for us. They don't have any hope for us. But yet they say that they are our leaders. If we don't do something about it, something will do something to us. It's time that we wake up and activate our courage. And we should refuse to follow something that cannot take us somewhere.
With just weeks to the December 7 elections, Nana Kwame Bediako is making a strong case for his independent candidacy, as he calls on Ghanaians to reject the dominance of the NDC and the MPP. From the Central Region, my name is Eric Asante for Joy News.
The Ghana Union of Traders Association, that is GUTA members in Ejumako, are calling on the government to prioritize the financial needs of small and medium enterprises by providing accessible loans to boost their businesses. This call was made by the chairman of the Ejumako chairman, Albert Oparisel, during the inauguration ceremony of GUTA in Ejumako Inyan Isiam district. There's more in the following report by Central Regional correspondent Eric Asante.
The ceremony was on the theme Unifying Traders Under One Umbrella, a catalyst for protection and education. Addressing members, the chairman of GUTA Ejumako, Albert Oparisel, emphasized the crucial role SMEs play in Ghana's economy. He called on government to implement policies that would enable SMEs to access loans at low interest rates.
In the Ejumako Inyan Isiam district, you see, mainly it's trading. So government should support it with SME loans with low interest so that we can develop our business and employ the youth. That is the only thing that can assist us. We should be assisted by SME loans in the Ejumako Inyan Isiam district, Ghana Union of Traders, so that we can expand our businesses and take those who are not working, those who are not unemployment people. We can take them. If monies has been given to us with low interest, we can expand our businesses. And that one can help the youth. That one can help the youth to also have something to do.
The regional chairman of GUTA, Mr. Paul Kofi McCarthy, urged the government to collaborate with financial institutions to design SME-friendly loans for GUTA members.
For my members, the great challenges that we are facing is the money aspect, the financial aspect. You know, we are traders. If anything to go by, we cannot be getting any contract. Let's say we are being a contractor to go and construct a road. Or whatever we do is we trade. So we need money to do our business. So when you go to the banks and they are giving us huge sum of interest for us to pay, then at the end of the day, our businesses, if we want to go into a very long-term trading, then in a short while, you see that the business will just collapse. So I'm entreating all and sundries who are into financial, let's say, organizations to come and help those people in the market so that at the end of the day, they can also be in business without collapsing.
As the December 2024 election draw close, National Secretary Alhaji Alpha Abdullahi is warning members of GUTA and other associations not to allow themselves to be used by politicians.
GUTA has been in existence and we went through turbulence, but we still are strong because we remain focused. So I advise every association that is well-meaning to avoid politics, not to double in politics, and not to allow people to drag them into politics. Because if the moment they are corrupt, morally and spiritually, they are weak and cannot provide any leadership.
The traders in the Ejumako are hopeful that the government will heed GUTA's call and introduce concrete measures to support SMEs. From Ejumako in the Central Region, my name is Eric Asante for Joy News.
Alhaji Nuhu Mahama, a member of the WA Central NDC Council of Elders, has attributed rising transportation costs in the region to the neglect of roads, particularly the Wa-Bole-Bamboy stretch. He highlighted the impact of poor roads on businesses and vehicle maintenance. Speaking at an Arise for Change program, he urged voters to support John Dramani Mahama to address the issue. Joy News Upper West Regional Correspondent Rafiq Salam reports.
Addressing drivers, traders and supporters of the National Democratic Congress NDC at Wakejetie, National Chairman for Arise for Change for Economic Growth, DS Mahama, lashed out at the MPP for the hardship that they have subjected Ghanaians to for almost 8 years. Using the surge in inflation and fuel prices to buttress his claim, he asserted that the MPP told a lot of lies on the NDC, labeling them as incompetent in managing the country's economy, adding that given the opportunity, they will manage the situation better. He however noted that the situation is worse under the MPP.
As I'm talking to you, when you look at even their term, the fuel price was 14 Ghana cedis. Today, I'm talking to you, the fuel price is 100 Ghana cedis. But they won't tell you the truth. They will say, oh, the fuel is 70 Ghana cedis. Look, if you want to know that the fuel is 100 Ghana cedis, just get a gallon. Go to the filling station. Tell them that, look, give me a fuel of 1 gallon. They will fill and then it will reach 70 cedis. Tell them that add. They will add and it will shoot 100 Ghana cedis.
A member of the NDC Council of Elders in the Wa Central constituency, Alhaji Nuhu Mahama, spoke about the deliberate neglect of some important infrastructure projects that were started by the NDC, but which has now been deliberately neglected. He penciled the Wa-Bole-Bamboy Road as one of them, which is now affecting their businesses.
Since Nana Akufo-Addo came into power, we know what we have been experiencing at drivers and load owners at this Lora Park. There have been a lot of increment of fuel and other nonsense levies on our vehicles. At the same time, our roads have been deteriorating day in and day out, which is making it impossible to maintain our vehicles. When your mama was in power, he was about to Alfred from Tajima to Hambele. But unfortunately, he couldn't do it before he left office. If we go to Tuna right now, the quarry there, you can see that they are piling up construction equipment to start the roads. So as soon as we vote, the next day, NDC will start its work by tarring the Wa-Bole-Bamboy Road at Alfred.
Upper West Regional Chairman for Arise for Change for Economic Growth, Dr. Ishaq Munawar, urged the people to vote for change and the NDC to better their lives.
Let us all rise and work very hard from our various areas. If you are a dressmaker, if you are a tailor, if you are a farmer, if you are a teacher, if you are a driver, if you are a manager of drivers, if you are selling pure water, whatever you are doing, let's rise. You have to vote for your president and vote for your member of parliament.
Reporting for Joy News, Rafiq Salam. Wow.
6 ambassadors in the Greater Accra region have been inducted for the 2025 Ghana Science and Tech Explorer Prize Challenge, aiming to inspire the next generation of Ghanaian innovators. The new ambassadors will play a key role in assisting the participating schools in the upcoming competition. Joanne Nyame has more in the following report, read to you.
And so we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start work.
In a bid to inspire young minds in science and technology, 6 ambassadors have been inducted into the Youth Steering Group of Ghana Science and Tech Explorer Prize for 2025. The induction held in Accra saw parents, students, and leaders gather to celebrate this next generation of innovators. Among the newly inducted ambassadors is Adelaide Mantebia Mante, who expressed her excitement at being selected.
When I signed up for the program, I didn't know so much about it. I basically just thought we were going to be volunteering for the G-Step challenge, but then I've come to realize that it's so much more than just volunteering and then being part of the event. It also includes mentorship sessions and building our communication skills. So I'm very excited to be part of this opportunity.
A parent, Abdulaziz Kote Nikwe, praised the G-Step challenge, describing it as a major step in nurturing the innate potentials of the youth.
Great thanks to the sponsors and organizers for bringing up such a laudable program to actually help our youth, especially to come out, to participate in a program that will actually make them be, people of their own in future. Because in most at times we have our kids having much potentials in them. But without opportunities like this, the potentials are not being able to be unlocked. And I believe that with such programs, it enables our kids to actually get the potentials that are hidden in them to be unlocked.
The executive director of Dream Oval Foundation, Oforiwa Isiama Eje, highlighted the importance of this competition in fostering STEM and leadership skills in young students.
Today's program, which is the Youth Steering Group induction of the G-STEP program, is meant to honor young people we have selected who want to give back to the G-STEP participants. We found these young people who are leaders in their community and who are excited to help change and to invest in their communities and in education.
The 6 ambassadors will support participating schools in Greater Accra in areas such as operations, communication, research, and community action. Meanwhile, the application deadline for the 2025 G-Step Challenge has been extended to the 18th of November 2024. Junior high schools in Accra, Eastern, and Ashanti regions are encouraged to apply and participate. Juan Nyame's report for Joy News.
Nurses at the Bombon Health Center say they can now conduct delivery without worry that the lights at their facility would go off. According to the nurses, they sometimes can have the lights go off for 3 or more days, forcing them to use flashlights to conduct delivery and other services at the facility. But with the commissioning of a solar system, they now have 24-hour water and electricity to ensure effective work. The facility was commissioned by the NDC flag bearer John Dramani Mahama. There's more in this report.
The water system is a hybrid solution referred to as Wash Plus, designed to provide 24-hour uninterrupted water and electricity supply to the health center. The mechanized system uses solar as the primary source of energy, whilst the grid comes in as a backup. The refurbished facility also has seen an upgrade in the provision of pipes and sinks in major places of the facility, including the delivery room. It also has a decent place of convenience. Speaking to Joy News, the head of the facility, Michael Kojokuma, said this would improve healthcare delivery.
In fact, without the water, it was very difficult for us for health, because we are trying to prevent cross-infection from a patient to patient and from the health worker to a patient. So it was a problem. What we used to do was we used to go and buy this water. We buy water from the community here, and people were going, I think, the care that we normally have here, they were doing those to bring the water we buy, and the water was not enough for us because we need so much water to carry out our facilities, our activities here. So there wasn't much water here. And we weren't having that fund to continue to buy water. So it was just a problem for us getting water supply running throughout the day or even throughout the month. We're having water supply challenge. But sometimes you are called in time of labor cases, you go and before the lights go off, you have to use your torch light and everything. And without the light, it affects the work that we're supposed to do or to render to our patient. And so when we when they came and installed this light here, in fact, the solar, it has really helped us. It has improved our work. Now, when the lights go off, you come to this facility, you see that the whole place is brighter. All the rooms, the emergency that we are having, we are able to attend to.
The National Democratic Congress candidate, John Dramani Mahama, and the chief commissioned the project. Two of the health workers, Levanus Vilta and his colleague, said this would help improve work at the facility and also their personal lives.
It means a lot to us because the water, we were having challenges after delivery, and then the women during the dry season, when they come to deliver, they have to fetch water from their houses and come. And then after delivery, we have to wash the instrument. And then to prevent infection from cross-infection from our hands to the pregnant women, and even disinfecting the whole area will be a difficult task for us. But now the water have come be flowing here. We're able to disinfect our instruments, wash the after use of our hands to prevent infection.
The water problem is very stressful. You've been here, you have to look for the community members to buy water. And the water from here is very far. And at times, even if you're holding the money to buy the water, you might not even get it. It takes, like sometimes you wake up, you want water to bath and come to work early, but there's no water. So sometimes you might end up coming to work very late. So I think the water was something that is actually stressing us a lot.
Ghana is set to gather its first in-depth data on accommodation sector through a nationwide survey to be conducted by the Ghana Statistical Service. The data gathered is expected to provide valuable insight into government policies, industry regulations, and investment strategies in Ghana's growing tourism and hospitality sectors. There's more in the following report by Central Regional correspondent Erica Santi again.
Accommodation facilities are vital to the tourism sector of every economy. Currently, there is limited reliable data on types, locations, occupancy rates, and conditions of accommodation facilities across the country. With Ghana's tourism sector projected to be the third largest foreign exchange earner by 2027, accurate data on accommodation is essential. Speaking at the closing ceremony of the 2024 Accommodation Unit Survey in Winneba, Professor Kweku Boakye, chairperson of the National Technical Advisory Committee of the Accommodation Unit Survey, underscored the importance of the survey to the tourism sector.
One of 4 surveys that we are conducting to understand the broader picture of tourism in Ghana. We've already done 3 of them, being the Ghana International Traveller Survey, the Domestic Outbound Traveller Survey, and this is the 3rd of them, which is the Accommodation Unit Survey. And we are conducting this survey because we know anecdotally that tourists spend at least between 40 to 60% of their expenditure is covered by accommodation. So we do believe that the accommodation subsector contributes greatly to the promising prospects of tourism. And that's why we want to conduct this baseline survey to understand the nature, size, and component of the accommodation sector.
The survey would cover all 261 districts across Ghana's 16 administrative regions. Professor Boakye explains how the survey will be conducted and what areas it will focus on.
We are covering a total of 1,077 hotels spread across the various scales or the various grades. Some of them have been purposely chosen. All 3 to 5 star hotels have been purposely chosen. So they are part of the survey automatically, and then we've sampled the rest of them across the country.
For his part, the president of the Ghana Hotels Association, Dr. Edward Akanyamike, indicated that the association recognized the importance of data to the growth of their industry.
Oh yes, we've been giving data already as an industry, because if you cast your mind, you would know that we pay value-added tax We pay NHIL, get funds. We pay to regulatory bodies. We consume electricity, consume water, and we pay all of those things. All those things are information or data. But this exercise is a well-coordinated one with a structured questionnaire which touches on all aspects of the business.
With the data expected to be available next year, stakeholders are optimistic that this survey would provide a solid foundation for strategic improvement in Ghana's tourism and hospitality sectors. For Joy News, my name is Eric Asante, Winneba.
Coming up next is Business Updates with Benjamin Nakapo.
Let's head right into our first story. An energy strategist, Dr. Yusuf Suleimana, has hinted that consumers of petroleum products would see a further reduction in prices of fuel at the pumps if the forex remains stable. He argues although the price of crude oil has been dropping on the world market, the government must ensure that forex is also stable to enable consumers to benefit from the fall in the price of the commodity. He spoke to Joy Business.
Yeah, the only excuse is the FX, Pius. But I think with the drop and the projections forward, we should have some marginal drop.
By what margin?
The market is, up to 1 to 2% at least, maximum 5%. Yeah. That is also the condition is just the FX. It depends on what kind of FX that they are using. If the FX remains stable, we'll have a drop. Definitely, undoubtedly, because the international prices are very, very favorable as we speak now. And going forward, we'll likely, like I mentioned, we'll likely see depressed prices as we go forward in the international front.
Let's talk insurance now, as players in that industry have resolved to leverage artificial intelligence to put out innovative products while addressing the growing needs of their customers. According to the CEO, sector head of Heirs Insurance Group, comprising Heirs Life Assurance, Heirs General Insurance, and Heirs Insurance Brokers, Ni Onifade, one of the surest ways of improving insurance coverage within the sub-region is to deploy technology and products to meet the needs of the market. He spoke to Joy Business after delivering a speech at the West African Insurance Companies Association conference on the theme Artificial Intelligence and the Future of Insurance in the Sub-Region.
Artificial intelligence has come to stay, and I believe that one of the ways through which we can increase insurance penetration in West Africa is through the deployment of artificial intelligence. Today we talk about penetration rates being very, very low in West Africa, in fact in Africa generally, because by the time you exclude South Africa from the figures, then the rest of Africa is doing less than 1%. You understand? So I believe that we can do more through the deployment of technology, deployment of artificial intelligence, and we stand to gain a lot by doing that. I mean, we talk about speed to execution. We talk about improving our customer experience, deepening the insurance penetration. We also talk about even the development of new products.
Well, what are the movements on the currency market, the moves, the shakes? Well, we give you details of that now. It's a duku. It's a wrap for business. Handing over back to Sweetie Abochi.
Thank you for passing the duku to me, Benjamin. Let's get ready for the news review segment. It's Tuesday, so your guess is as good as mine. Kojo Poku, energy analyst, and Wisdom Dogbe, financial analyst, are joining us to review the newspapers. We're back in a bit.